You know, I've thought for a very long time that some of the public service workers, and I'm including police, I'm talking fire service, I'm talking ambulance crews and so on, are distinctly underpaid. And I felt that the government, successive governments, in fact, over many decades, have rather taken advantage of the ethos of serving the public, to not keep wages down, but not expend more than they need to on paying such people. And I think that's wrong. However, at the moment, we've got a problem with inflation. It's causing everybody's cost of living to go up, whilst salaries remain the same. Now, historically, in the main, inflation goes up when people have got excess money in their pockets and they're spending it. And so the retailers charge more, driving inflation. And so one of the ways that traditionally you can control that is by keeping wages down or taxing people more. Now, it doesn't work in these circumstances because it's not pounds in the pocket that have driven inflation. It's external pressures. That's why inflation in 14 EU member states is actually higher than it is in the UK. It's not just about UK policy or Brexit or anything like that. These are global trends and European sort of regional trends such as the Ukraine war. And so if we actually start paying people, as some are asking for, I don't think your union is but 17%.
And higher.
Yeah, and
some asking for higher.
Indeed. Then we are going to drive inflation higher. But so it's a sort of nuanced approach I've got. I'm not sitting on the fence on this. I think it is wrong that the government, it does not pay, and we'll come on to the military in a minute, and I've got something to say about that, but does not pay public sector staff enough, and haven't for a long time. But I think we've also got to be reasonable about expectations. The other thing I'd say is this is all over Christmas. I had plans for Christmas which are now wrecked to see family that I haven't seen for years. They're wrecked. Well, because they're in Europe. OK,
right.
And I can't. I'm not going to be able to see them as planned, and we're trying to figure out what to do now. The thing is that the unions, I can see why they've done it. They think that they're going to apply pressure on the public. The public are going to demand the government moves on this. But actually, I think the unions are losing sympathy by striking at this time. It's people who are already suffering who are going to suffer because of rail strikes. I lost a contract the other day because I couldn't get a train because they were striking. So there are numerous people who are having problems as a result of strikes. And I think it's unfair, it's selfish, and I do believe that some unions are driven by politics as well as being a voice for their members. So, I think that's wrong. I think it's wrong anyway, but I think it's wrong at this time of year particularly.